All right, welcome Capricorns to your February energy card pull. I'm going to get you some messages from the Spirit for the upcoming month. We're using 3 different decks to get you your messages today, and I will list those decks in the description if you are interested to know what they are. Also, if you feel this content resonates for you and you would like to take a moment to like and subscribe, it not only helps me out, but it also helps get the messages out to other Capricorns. It's always appreciated to spread the energy around. All right, it looks like you have got number 48, Fear, number 2, the High Priestess, Discernment, Persistence, Prophecy, and Vision, and the number 44 card, Letting Go. All right, let's take a closer look at them. All right, Capricorn, you have number 48, the Fear card. This card usually turns up in readings to indicate that there is something to evaluate at the moment about whether or not fear is holding you back, whether or not your fears are actually rational based on anything factual. The card turns up to ask you, what is it that you're afraid of, and are those fears really useful to you? And based on the reading, it's looking like, no, they're not, because you also have the number 44 card, Letting Go. Definitely the Letting Go card, this card turns up in the readings to let you know to relinquish some of the control, to go with the flow and trust that the universe is acting on your behalf, that things are going to happen in divine timing. It's also an indication to let go of things that are no longer serving you. And it looks like in this case, probably unfounded fears. But it can also be anything that you're holding on to emotionally. Sometimes the stories we tell ourselves about our past can give rise to unfounded fears. So it's a good time to evaluate anything like that and make sure that we're letting go of things that no longer serve us. Returning to the center of the reading with the number 2 card, Discernment, Persistence, Prophecy, and Vision, the High Priestess. This card comes in to let you know that you are definitely connected at this time with your higher intuition. So whatever your fears are at this time, your intuition is really driving you forward on some point and really being pretty persistent with you. There is some vision or knowing that you're having at this time that is urging you forward. And it may be connecting with more of your spiritual gifts, trusting in your intuition, and being more, how do I say this, receptive, getting in touch with your divine feminine energy of receptivity, allowing those messages and intuitions to come through and honoring them. Let's get you some tarot cards on top of these cards in order to get some clarification from Spirit about this situation for you. Yeah, the first 2 cards that come up is the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Not only are they sequential, but they have to do with self-limiting beliefs and illusions and anxiety and worry, and especially over that fear card, right? Spirit doesn't lie. So whatever you are pondering and stressing over at this time, it is a good time here to evaluate that and see whether or not it's necessary. And I promise you it's not necessary. Our fears are always an illusion. They're always us telling ourselves a scary story. And that's what that 8 of Swords is letting you know here, is that it is definitely a self-limiting belief. The woman in this card could free herself from those swords. She could step out from between them. She could loosen her bind, take off her blindfold, and see that there is a mansion on the cliff up there behind her. So this is about releasing unnecessary fear. What can you tell us in the center of the reading, please, Spirit? The Queen of Cups, yes. And the Prince of Cups. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. So yeah, Capricorn, it looks like on this High Priestess card, we are really getting in touch with our feelings here, really standing in our emotional power. With the Queen of Cups and the Prince of Cups coming in, this looks like getting into the flow. Both of these are water sign. We've got the Wheel coming up on the Let It Go card. And one more, please, Spirit. This is an interesting reading. And the 3 of Swords. Yeah, a cycle closing on some heartbreak here and some emotional outpouring and some getting in touch with our intuition. Interesting. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Prince of Cups coming in over this High Priestess card. The Queen of Cups is definitely going to be getting in touch with your intuition and the flow of your emotions, the mystery of your higher intuition, higher self, and the depths of your subconscious realms drawing you in. The Queen of Cups is solid in her feelings, and the Prince of Cups is usually an emotional offering or an emotional message coming in. It could be that your intuition or your guides are trying to get in touch with you with messages of love and support. You could also have a new person coming in with messages of love and support. But once again, that High Priestess card is asking you to use your discernment in this situation. Over here on the other side, we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in and the Three of Swords. So it's definitely, I think I mentioned earlier, the need to let go of something from the past that is causing these fears and these self-limiting beliefs. And it could be that situations in the past, a heartbreak or betrayal or some kind that happened previously is the source of these things, and one of the things that needs to be let go of. And definitely with the Wheel of Fortune coming in with this combination of cards, it's feeling like the need to let go of a cycle. Things are changing. And the Wheel of Fortune can be cycles or a cyclical pattern, something that keeps reoccurring. And it is time to let go of this cycle of heartbreak or feelings of mistrust and anxiety, for sure. Let's get one more card on top of each of these for you. Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know about this situation right now? What can they do? What is the advice, please, Spirit, for our lovely Capricorns? We have got the Hermit on top of this section. So going within, and that inner light, you can see he's shining. It can also be the need to spend some time in self-reflection, some you time. I hate to call it isolation because that sounds so sad, but sometimes spending some time on yourself isn't necessarily a bad thing. To take some time to reflect on what it is that is bringing up these anxieties and letting it go. What do we got on the center there, Spirit? The Princess of Swords, being able to stand in your truth. We'll take a closer look at that one in just a minute. And on the ending spread, please, Spirit. What do we got? The Magician. Well, it's the Alchemist in this deck, but yes. The Princess of Swords turning up in this center spread over these two powerful cup cards, this message of the High Priestess standing in your truth, intellectual freedom, the freedom of thought, freeing yourself from your thoughts. It really looks like with the beginning of the spread with the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords is using that sword to cut yourself free of the other sword cards in this spread. The Princess of Swords also has butterflies surrounding her, indicating transformation and change. So it's a beautiful card of standing in your own truth and getting to the root of things here. And we've got the Alchemist on the end over here. The Alchemist has all four of the suits there in the picture at his disposal and the Eternity symbol over his head. So he is capable of taking all of the resources that are in front of him and using them to make a change. This card usually is a card of manifestation, a card of changing the situation at will, your will. How do you want the story to go? And in connection with the Hermit card is really asking you to look within, find your truth, and change your reality is really what these three cards on top of this says. That it is within your power to rid yourself of the anxieties and fears that you don't necessarily need and are in fact probably holding you back from your own emotional truth. I'm going to get you one more card to conclude the reading. This is the Lightworkers Oracle. So we are going to get a message here from Spirit for our Capricorn Lightworkers. What message do you have for our Lightworkers for The energy for February and for encouragement here, Spirit, please. All right, Capricorn, you have number 42, the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. I am going to read that one for you. Number 42, the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. The fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. Yes. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. Perfect. I love it. The invocation for this card, if you want to be able to use it for yourself, says, I now accept of my own free will the blessings and grace of the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. I call upon the grace and assistance of the universe and Archangel Raphael to help me discern truth and find the information and understanding that will enable me to feel peace and experience penetrating insight in my life. I am thankful for the gifts of intelligence and understanding that help me live my best life in service to love. May knowledge serve the liberation of all beings through unconditional love and divine mercy. Through my own free will, so be it. That's beautiful, Capricorn. I love it. Spirit is coming through with a powerful message for you that you are fully empowered to cut through any lies and anxieties, any self-defeating prophecies, any self-limiting beliefs, and cut to the truth of the matter and really be able to be the facilitator of your own change and your own destiny, to be the alchemist coming up here in February. Have a great month, and may you work with the energy, friends.